Welcome back to the After Dark podcast, where we discuss topics that are none of our business. It's your boy Black Mike on the mic. We got Big Stir up top like always as we speak, my nigga. What is good, Sterling? How you doing? Oh, before we get into that, make sure you like and subscribe, ring the notification bell so you never miss the After Dark podcast. Leave a comment and follow on audio platforms. Now, my brother, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Got some, Jesus. I don't know what the heck I was about to say. Just started, well, this past week we were doing training for the new job. Let's just break it down for y'all. Like last week we were supposed to do a whole, compilation of Black reacts. And we ended up just talking for 4 hours straight. But it
would have been a crazy pod, by the way. But
yeah, we talked about it. It was way too explicit. And by explicit, I don't mean that we were cursing or anything. I mean that it was just we were using too many names that we just exposed us.
Expose a whole crowd of people.
It would expose a lot of people. But it's been good. This week is the first full week of me getting into my new role. Last week was more the baseline training. We're still training now, but more on application than just classroom type of space. So it's been going pretty good. And I've been really blessed to have started really strong. So it's been going pretty well, man. I'm hanging in there, and someday tomorrow get paid. I think we actually might get paid tomorrow because I don't think the way pay periods work, they calculate it for the leap year, even though obviously we know it's a leap year. I think we might get paid tomorrow, so it'll be first check from this new spot, which would be straight. But yeah, and then you know where it's gonna go? Already had to pay rent. This is gonna go right in the pockets. Recovery.
Recovery. This will be my rent payment, but it's also
the
commission check too. So
yeah.
It'll be a little bit.
Facts. I don't have my commission. I haven't been in the company long enough to have my commission check yet. So it's just it's a little lighter than what I'm used to, but it does a trick. It's just.
It's in your pocket, so it's just chilling.
Yeah. I'm just vibing. But yeah, it's been good, man. And riding the light rail every day, which is super sick. And dude, I got some good guys I got hired with, and them all of us are pretty straight. And I'm excited to kind of see where everything goes, and hang out with them a little bit outside of work, but not too much. If y'all ever watch this, boys, I've already explained this to you. You literally we can't hang out more than we can have a night out one time every 4 months. And that's if it happens by accident, after a happy hour or something, Yeah. But that's it's cool though. It's been a good vibe for sure.
Oh yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Well, I think that I am adding an addition to Bow Wow here soon.
Already?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a kitten.
Oh, I was about to say you better get another dog, dude.
Oh fuck no shot in hell I get another dog. Right, I cannot control fucking 2 dogs. But Bow Wow needs a friend, and I'm not getting a dog, so I'm gonna get him a cat. And we'll see if they actually become friends or not. If not, he got an enemy. He got a fucking
I don't
enemy.
know. That's gonna be crazy. I feel like Bow Wow is hella.
He's wild. Hella
territorial.
Well, he grew up with cats where he came from. So from his breeder, there were cats around. So he should be cool. And so I'm gonna adopt a kitten. I'm gonna name it. Well, the name that I'm thinking about is Medea.
Bow Wow, Medea. People are that's gonna be the funny.
Our house is basically Tyler Perry Meet the fucking Browns.
I know, Meet the Browns or House of Pain, whatever you want to put on.
Yeah.
I actually kind of like that, but it's up to you. Obviously, it's gonna be your cat, and Bow Wow can't go any further than Bow Wow. Now, have you ever heard of people trying to change names for dogs?
What?
6-7 months in, they be trying to change their name. They're yeah, his name is Johnny. Now it's gonna be Skip. I'm brother, he thinks his name is Johnny, and he running around. You say Skip, I
don't want to toot my own horn, but I think Bow Wow's a fire name. for the dog.
No, it's a dope name. I think it's
and it kind of looks
memorable.
like him too. Like he looks like a Bow Wow to me.
Yeah, he does kind of look about. I mean, it's a memorable name. Like I don't think anybody that meets your dog at this point is gonna be like, "Oh, what's your dog's name again?" Like I think about, "Oh, that's Bow Wow." Like I know that's Bow Wow.
Yeah.
Because you know how many freaking Esters, not even Esters, but like Finleys and like what's another one? Like, damn, what's another basic one? I just haven't met any new dogs recently aside from Bow Wow. But like,
bro, every time someone meets my dog and I tell them the name's Bow Wow, they all just go Bow Wow Wow, yippee yo, yippee yay. I'm like, bro, come on. They all do that shit. Like, I mean, it was kind of funny the first time I met someone, but like now, like literally every single person does it, and I don't react. They're like, "Oh, that's just not funny." I'm like, I mean, you just not original. Like everybody, like reacts to that.
I've heard this like 10, 20 times now. Like,
yeah.
that's straight though. Having a dog is and like a good partner, and then the kitten will be good for him when you're like doing other stuff too. So she'll probably bother him, or he'll probably bother, or she'll probably bother him a ton.
I think it'll start off. He'll bother her, and then as she gets like more comfortable and like starts realizing this is her space too, she gonna be bullying the fuck out of that nigga. I guarantee you.
I don't know. He might bring that dog at him for real. Like he'd be like, "Nah, I really ain't fucking with this big Mike."
Yeah,
like, I might
now I'm
have to
gonna
pick
get
him up.
big as fuck.
Like he better start doing training while you out. Like you gotta go run errands or something. You out away for something. You gonna start doing freaking push-ups and shit.
I'm mainly getting it to keep Bow Wow occupied while I'm fucking working and shit. Like,
yeah, so he's not like coming. Oh, hey, what's up? Like, come on, bro. Like, hang out with me, like brother. Like I gotta work so I can provide for your dumb ass.
Facts. that food good, nigga. Those treats. You like them damn treats? You better let me fucking do this work real quick, or them treats gonna cut off. Cause I'm gonna get some treats before you get some goddamn treats. Like
that's facts. I gotta eat before you. I'm sorry, dog. Like I love you, but like you ain't real life a kid. And even if you were my kid, I'd still probably eat before you. Like, little Johnny, you hungry? Hey, daddy gotta work though, pay the bills.
Daddy gotta work, pay the bills. So I'm gonna eat.
Oh my god. Try myself up. But yeah. That's exciting though.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. Big old crew in the house. Should be straight, should be interesting to say the least. Like, I'm sure there'll be some wild times in here, but I'm looking forward to it. It's just me and this bitch, so I need some company. But
yeah.
We'll go ahead and run it into the show. I don't know if you guys are watching, but I guarantee you that you probably are. And I'm talking about Netflix, Love is Blind. I almost said Love Island again. I hate that ass. Netflix, Love is Blind, Season 6. One of the more entertaining ones, to be honest. Definitely one of the more, I guess you could say, kind of controversial seasons that's been here so far. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a great season. Sterling, I know I'll let you break this down. I know you're the Love is Blind connoisseur. I haven't seen all the seasons. I think my first one I picked up was probably last year when we covered the last one, right? And that was a good ass season to me too. I really fucked with that.
Chelsea and Kwame and stuff.
Yeah. What was the weird ass nigga's name? Oh
my god.
The fucking psycho serial killer. He definitely fucking serial. There's a law dude or whatever the criminal.
Zach or
Zach. I think his name is Zach. Yeah.
They're having a baby too. Him and Bliss are having a baby now.
Hey man, power to you. Everybody deserves love in this world. Shit.
That's fact. But yeah. Like to break it down, kind of like for the people that. FYI, spoiler alert, but if you haven't at least watched an episode or haven't even caught a meme of this, like, it's actually surreal, and I just break it down for you guys. Like, it's surreal for me because, like, Jimmy, which is, like, one of the biggest guys in the show, like, I think he is the guy in the show. Like, he is, like, who everyone knows from the show. Like, he's my fraternity brother, good friends with. I've literally recently hung out with him. I'm supposed to hang out with him pretty soon here. And some other exciting things to come, but that's really surreal for me. And then also Trevor, I've met Trevor as well. And then even another guy that wasn't featured, Vince, I've also met him as well. And it's very real for me, but like just to break it down, obviously we can go from like the pods to like the real life. I know Mike paid more attention to the pods. For me, I'm like kind of like the opposite. Like I pay attention to both like pretty good, but I pay attention to outside the pods because that's when the drama really, really starts. Like that's when it goes crazy. And right now, like, so for example, just to break down some love triangles for y'all, you know, you got like Jimmy, Chelsea, and then Trevor. And then you got Jessica, Jimmy, and Chelsea.
Yep.
So there's two things in common there. That means both two people that ended up together, Chelsea and Jimmy, ended up together. But here's the caveat, folks, and this is no hate to Chelsea. Look, hey, mad respect. Mad respect. Without going into too much detail.
I don't go into detail.
Like, brother, like. So the whole thing about Chelsea is that she said, because he was saying that like a celebrity he resembles is like, I don't know, I can't remember what he said. Jimmy says something like, I don't think Jimmy's a bad looking guy. I'll never say he's a fantastic looking guy either. And he knows this. Like it's nothing like, but you know, he's fun, he's goofy. Like that's him, right? Whereas Chelsea's like, oh yeah, like people tell me I look like Megan Fox. And look, for any girl out there, if I can't see you and when I'm blind, like if we're typing or like I just don't know what you look like, and you say, oh yeah, like I look like Megan Fox. Like people resemble Megan Fox, like, and she did. I give her credit. She did say it's only because of the dark hair and the blue eyes. But I'm like, brother, like,
I know many bitches with dark hair and blue eyes. I never called Megan Fox.
I would have never been like, yeah, you look like Megan Fox. Like Megan Fox is a physical specimen. Let's just be real. Like she is a different, like beast, and she's in her 30s now and looks great. But that being said, so I'm thinking Jimmy. And I don't know everything, but like, unfortunately, he probably still somehow made its own image of what she looked like in his head. And he even verbatim says after he meets her when they get engaged that she lied to me about how she looked. And the goofy part is that Jess, the girl, so there's two things.
She looks like Megan Fox.
She looks like Megan Fox. She's like she's a rocket. She's literally a rocket. And so there's the big speech that I'm sure everybody's seen, especially if you're a woman. You've probably seen this shit all over your timeline. The EpiPen speech about how he's going to choke when he sees her and you're going to need his EpiPen. And FYI, without going into too much detail, without exposing my man on his close friends, because yes, I told you I'm actually friends with him. I'm on his close friends on Instagram. Like he literally bought an EpiPen. And he like trolled it. He's like, my EpiPen's ready for these next episodes. And I was like, he's really riding this. And I told him, I was like, that's clever. Like I like that. But yeah, so that's that. That's that side of the triangles, right? Then there's the other side of the triangles. That's Chelsea, Trevor, and Jimmy. So Trevor's been all about Chelsea from the jump, which I think is crazy. And he's been getting more love, but there's also he's starting to get exposed right now too.
Because
no hate, Trevor. No hate, my boy. So he's like all about it. He tells Chelsea he loves her, and she starts crying because she's a pick-me girl, and like because she is pick-me, bro. Any dude that watches that show would be like watching him, like, dude, that's a pick-me if I've ever seen it. And if you don't know what a pick-me girl is, type it in on Urban Dictionary. It'll tell you super quick. So. He tells her he loves her, and then she's like starts crying. She's like, oh, I think I deserve love. Like, oh my gosh, no one cares, bro. Like, we get it. Like, you have nobody cares. And then Jimmy is like holding off on it because like he said the same thing to Jess. He was like, I can't say something I don't mean, which I know because I've seen him in a past relationship, and I understand what he means by that. So he doesn't tell Jess he loves her when she's basically insinuated that she loves him. Which is savage. My boy was a savage. He was like, I'm not going to say something I don't fully mean. I'm sitting there tweaking. And then he goes and tells Chelsea he loves her, proposes, does all that stuff. But that's that. That's the biggest, that's like the big, like,
so
part.
Let me speak to these love triangles, because I'm not as, these people, Sterling's obviously friends with Jimmy, met Trevor. I have not met these guys. I don't know these guys. So I am simply a spectator watching this. So I can watch this You know, just like you guys are watching it, that's how I'm watching it, right? So I wanna kind of break this down into it. First of all, hey, Chelsea, like she's definitely a pick me. I don't know what to say about her. Like I don't know how you don't pick Trevor. Like shout out to Jimmy. Jimmy's a cool dude, but Trevor, like this is the problem with girls, yo. This should have exposed exactly y'all's logic. Exactly why a bunch of y'all don't be happy and y'all be lonely. Because the clear as day person you should have been going with, who's right there in front of you, and you just skirt. There was anybody watching that show, if Chelsea goes back and watches the show, there's absolutely zero reason for Jimmy to be in that race with Chelsea. Zero reason. There was no sparks in the conversation. Literally none.
She just laughed the whole time. They didn't.
She just laughed. There was no sparks. There was no converse. Like her and Trevor banter back and forth, joking. He was like all in on her. Was not even speaking to nobody else, and told her he loved her. Wanted to propose to her. Like all that, and Chelsea's like taking that all in. I don't understand people's brain. Why can't you want that guy? Like, that's clearly the guy you need to be with. But, like, obviously, you know, Jimmy's got the cachet in the pods. Like, if you look at all the other...
swaggy, bro. He got the swag, bro. He
ain't have much competition when you got niggas like Matthew. He got niggas like Matthew coming in there. Jimmy walking in there like, I'm the motherfucking dog, bro. He like... bro, put my crown on. Like these niggas can't hang with me right now, right? So that's what I feel like. To me, I feel like that's what Chelsea was infatuated with. The fact, and she probably like, I imagine that guys like Jimmy or guys perceived like Jimmy as, you know, this is the top of the totem pole in the pods. Don't usually go after Chelsea. I could be wrong. I don't know. That's just my perception after watching the show.
It's the truth. I ain't never seen him go after a girl like that. Me personally.
But I'm saying, I'm saying from Chelsea's perspective, I don't think she's been approached by the guy that like everybody, all the other girls want. And I think that was what influenced her to go with Jimmy because 100%. She was probably looking at it like, you know, this is my one chance to get the quote unquote popular guy, the guy that everybody wants. And when she clear as day could have been happy as hell with the nigga Trevor. And I can't blame my boy Jimmy either, because like, bro, she told him she looks like Megan Fox. Yes, we can all see Jessica, but bro, come on, this bitch said she got like a 10-year-old daughter, dog. Like,
like she ain't like a kid. It's like
hell no, bro. That like that deads it, bro. Like I can't see what this girl looks like. Her voice sounds good. We having good banter, blah, 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 blah. But, like, how am I supposed to commit? How am I supposed to tell you I love you? How am I supposed to put a ring on it? I don't know if this daughter is fucking the orphan, the chick from Orphan movie. Like, this absolute demon, yo. Like, I've never met this girl. How am I supposed to, like, and she's old as hell. I can't even put my imprint on this daughter. Like, this girl's just gonna be however she is. Like Jimmy needs way more information. He needed a one-on-one with the baby daddy in the pod. I need to speak to that nigga. Like, yo, let me see what this nigga look like. Is he gonna be coming at my neck? Like, can I size him up or can he size me up? If he can size me up, then we gonna have a problem.
And that respect too. My boy Jim Bob has literally been in the gym, bro. He got bigger than he was on the show. So I'm like, bro, he looking right. So I don't know if the baby daddy was kind of small. Like,
I'm looking at Jessica. My assumption is that he's probably doing just fine.
He's probably doing just fine. They were 18. They were 18.
Okay. So yeah, he could have plateaued off. Yeah, that's different.
You know what happened.
Yeah, you know what happened. Yeah, for sure.
You've seen it firsthand, bro.
For sure. Okay, so yeah, that's a little bit different. But anyways, I mean, like Chelsea had the marriage thing, but that's not real baggage. Like they were young. It's over with. Like there's nothing from that marriage that's still tying her over there. Maybe she got a quick little bag too, so that'd be kind of fire.
Yeah, she did get a quick little bag.
You know, you never know. So I mean, as we're watching it, like, I'm watching, like, damn, Jimmy, bro, because, like,
yeah, that's how I felt.
I was just like, bro,
really
because the thing is, too, like, I don't even feel like he really wanted Chelsea. I just feel like Jessica blew up on him on that last one, and that's like, listen, girls, if you blowing up on a nigga, bro, and we ain't like that, like, you gotta secure the nigga before you blow up on him. That shit will just, like, that signals red flags. That's pause. Like, we can't deal with that shit. Like, you already.
You gotta like realize. I've said to like my friends and stuff, and I don't know like what Jessica and Jimmy's relationship is now, being that obviously they can talk about it because they were on the show together and all that. They obviously meet each other in the next episodes here. Obviously, that's that viral like little clip that's gonna be out there that it's gonna be crazy.
I might skip straight to it.
But that being said, is like I said, I was talking to a friend of mine and I was telling them, I was like, dude, like this is what happens when girls don't get rejected in their lives. And this ain't nothing against like women. It's not your fault. It's just what it is. Like that type of girl has never really been real life rejected, like to her face. Maybe she got her heart broken after a relationship or something like that, but she ain't never been rejected.
Jessica?
Yeah, she ain't never been rejected.
I took the opposite perception of that.
Really?
Yeah, I think she's been like nothing but rejections. Like I feel like
the daughter thing, like
the daughter thing, bro. Like I can imagine she's out and about, she's with her like homegirls, whatever. Obviously, she's getting approached left and right. Like we can see this chick, like she looks great. Like niggas gonna approach her. But I feel like first, second date, easy money for her. But when you gotta come back to the house, and I don't know how quickly she might not even get first, second date. She bring that up like straight up from the beginning. Cause she's young, bro. She's young, and the girl's not little. That's a 10-year-old girl. Like, damn, I'm about to put this bitch through college soon.
Yeah, she's like a teenager almost.
I'm signing up to put this girl in college 8 years from now? Hell no. Like, I'm trying to build up my 401k. I'm trying to set up my life. I can't be thinking about college or this little girl and everything. Like, it's tough. I know that's got to be tough for her because, like, she looks good.
It ain't going to be tough now. It ain't gonna be tough now.
Oh no! There's gonna be plenty. There's gonna be plenty of guys willing to go for it now for sure.
She's the next Francesca to me in a way, in terms of because she looks similar. She's a little young or older. Obviously, Francesca didn't have a kid, but like the terms of the popularity, in terms of the physical like features that she had, obviously an attractive woman and like a reality star on Netflix. Like that's exactly what she is. Like she literally is gonna become like that because I think now, dude.
I need Jimmy and Jessica on the next season of Perfect Match.
Yep.
I need both of them up there. Like that's 100% necessary. I don't need nobody else on that show. Even though I will preface this, I think AD's the girl that everybody should want on Love Is Blind right now. Like I think she's got the best combination of looks good personality.
She still seems kind of toxic, low key though.
She's just desperate as hell.
Yeah, it's sad, dude. Jessica now has 414,000 followers, bro. 1,000. She was at 100K like the other day.
Yeah, I was peeping and she was at like 200 last time I checked.
I mean, she's blowing up, and she's definitely making money. Like she's going crazy on the popularity here, but. I do agree. I don't think she'll go on Perfect Match because it's not her scene. But I mean, somebody like Jimmy, I'd love to see him on Perfect Match, and then like maybe like a Trevor just for the drama, just so that the producers can make some drama out of it. But I mean, personally, right now, like for the people that don't know, obviously, you know, the couples ended up being just to like outline it because really, like it is Jimmy's show. No offense to anybody else, it's Jimmy's show right now. He's running it.
Yeah.
And so it's like Jimmy Chelsea. There's Jeremy and Laura. There's Sarah and Jesus. There's what's that other couple? The Hispanic girl and Johnny. Don't remember her name. Amy. There's Clay and AB, and then there's what's that other couple's name? I don't even remember. Oh, it's Ken and Brittany. Ugh.
Yeah, Kenneth.
Kenneth.
Let's talk about Kenneth and Brittany real quick, bro.
Can I say like when I was watching them in the pods, I was like, this is really cool. And by the way, she's dated black men before because she had talked about it in one of the episodes. Like, this isn't like a new thing to her.
Yeah.
Like, she dated black men before in the past. So at first, I'm thinking like, does she even know he's black? Is she that oblivious? Like, his name
she
is
got voice. She said, I could tell from the voice. I'm like, yeah, that's a nigga voice, bro.
Yeah, like that boy's voice is deep. And you knew he was a big man too. Like, he ain't no small dude. But either way, like, I thought they connected really well in the pods. Honestly, on the Christian thing, you know, like, and being like super like wait until marriage, this point going forward in their life and all that stuff, which I think is really cool. And I think ultimately, like, right now, like before they got outside the pods, it was great. But I'm telling you, the lack of intimacy because of them waiting till marriage is the biggest problem in the entire relationship.
It's all Kenneth though, bro. Even in the pods, if you go back and you watch it, I don't know if anyone else caught this. When they were talking about it, Kenneth asked her, like, so are you waiting till marriage? And she said, yeah, I was. And if you pay attention to her, she was not done talking. Like, she was about to insinuate, like, but I could be swayed type shit. And he was like, oh, I love that. And she was kind of like, that's awesome. I'm like, nigga, Kenneth, shut your dumb ass up. She's about to tell you that she like.
Nah, like, he dumped. Hey, Brittany, if you in Charlotte, bro, I'm over here. Funny enough, a guy I work with actually knows her personally, which is
it's crazy how fucking like intertwined this season is with like everybody.
It is crazy. But either way, I do agree. Like Kenneth. Look, let me just break this up. This is the simple way to go about this, bro. Right? Kenneth had never dated a woman outside of a black woman before. He stated that. Straight up stated it.
Which is not surprising to me.
It's not surprising at all to me either. But it doesn't matter. Like, love should have no bounds, in my opinion. Right? But there was a discussion between him and AD where, like, she talked with him about, is she ready to, like, be, like, have black children and be like that black love, the black love, that type of thing. And it was very open and honest. It was probably one of the most like important conversations that was probably ever been had on Love is Blind in terms of real. Like, it was just real. Like, they're like, is he ready to do that? And he brought it back to Brittany, and she was like, they were all goody, like vibing, like good standing. So they get their phones back, and I get that he runs a school. He's a principal, middle school principal. I get it. Like, I get you got to like do your job, make sure stuff is straight. You can't have your school burned down, right? But bro, like, it's crazy. FYI, guys, they break up in the last few episodes. Like, this, like, if you get your hopes up for them, there ain't no hopes. It's done. Like, it's done. And the fact that he didn't even think, like, the ease that he was like, yeah, all right. Like, he was just like,
bro, he switched up so quick though.
Yeah, he gaslighted her. He literally said, well, it's kind of like you're like, it's kind of you because like you don't want to do this. It's like she's like telling like, which I respected. She was like, I know that I said that I don't necessarily want to like have sex before marriage, but like I like to be tempted and have that type of like I want to be like basically jumping on your bone.
Yeah, you gotta build up the intimacy at least.
Yeah. And she's like, you don't even kiss me. I'm like, yeah, that is crazy. You better be kissing a lot.
And she said he'd be coming home like late at night. I'm like, bro.
No,
school out at like 3:30, my nigga. What the fuck you doing? Ain't no principal working late at night. Them little kids be back home by like 4 o'clock. Like, what the hell is your ass
My
doing?
old neighbor used to be a principal, and he used to be home just in time, 6, 7 o'clock. Like, he'd do his work, do whatever he got to do, get home, chill with his family, he got kids. Like, bro, and then did you realize if you watched the scene when they were on the boat, like, when they were still on the honeymoon, and, like, it was, like, the most dull conversation. Like, they're sitting there, like, just kind of chatting. Obviously, I know the producers cut it up a little bit here and there. Then it was, like, dull. And then dolphins went by, and he just lit up. He's like, I love dolphins. Like, oh, my God. I'm like, oh, my God. This guy's a child. Like, who is this kid? Like, I'm telling you, Brittany seems like a good woman, like, in my opinion. Like, I think she was transparent. Yes, she overanalyzed a little bit, which is, I mean, it's normal. Like, I'm not expecting her to be perfect.
I don't feel like she really did, though. I don't really know what's going through Kenneth's head because there was a switch that happened with him, bro, because he was not the same guy that he was in the pod. Like, completely different nigga. Bro was like, dog, I know guaranteed when he was swiping, you done read all them motherfucking emails, bro.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he literally sitting there having a conversation with her. Like, he'll say something and he'll be like, yeah, so like, yeah, it was really nice seeing you today.
No, you know what Happy did? He said, okay, I'm done. And then right when she was like, let's go put these clothes in the thing, he was like, yeah, I'm gonna go downstairs and keep reading emails. Like, nigga, you just said you were done. He just said you were finished, bro. Like, nah, this dude was like, something happened off camera, my opinion.
Yeah, we didn't.
I think something happened off camera, and he like,
gonna be sick.
Yeah, and he had like, he just could not fuck with the bitch anymore. Like, because there's no way you just switch up like that, dog. There's no way like the sun and the ocean really had you going that much, and now you get back home and it's like, nah, I'm not fucking with it.
Like I said, like we don't see everything, which I hate. Which obviously, if we did, it would literally be like the longest show of all time. But like, there's so much that we don't see, obviously, and I'm sure, like I said at the reunion, they'll talk about it. That, like, and I hope Brittany stands on business because there's probably other things we don't know that maybe she did that you know maybe weren't aired, but maybe not, right? But I liked, like I've always said this with any woman, like if you're dating or trying to marry a fiance, like she was very open about like, look, this is going on, and I'm telling you, like I don't want to break up everything off or anything like that. Like fight for it a little bit, like show me you want to be here, like we can make this work. Because she wanted to be with him, like I think she was willing to sacrifice and like still want to be with him as long as he was going to put in a little bit more effort to like do the things she asked, but. Nah, he fumbled right there. For what I know, like I don't know her personally and who she is exactly, but from what I see on television, and there's rumors, by the way, that he might be of the LGBTQ community. Oh, sorry, LGBTQ plus.
Okay, well, what do we got on that? There ain't. Is that's just niggas speculating, or do we got shit on that? We can't just throw down my nigga's name.
There is some stuff out there, but it's like a bunch of random stuff in terms of like messages and all types of like there's some crazy investigators online, bro. Like I'd have to pull the docs for the files, but there's some evidence apparently out there.
All right, because like we can't just be putting that on. We can't be putting that on, bro.
Hey man, I ain't gonna put that on you, Ken, but you definitely acted out of pocket. And if you didn't want to be with her, you should have just said that to her. Like, and then they're saying that he sensed that she wasn't attracted to him, which I don't think was even really the case like that. Like,
nah, that is not the case, bro. She would have gave that shit up in a heartbeat, my nigga.
Yeah. And respectfully, he'd be dumb not to. But because now, honestly, low-key, I'm thinking about it. Like, out of the 5 women that got past, like, through, aside from AD, because AD is exceptional, like, she's outside of them. Like, all the other women, like, in my opinion, Brittany's the most physically attractive aside from AD. Easily. Like,
yeah, easily.
She was also the youngest, too, I believe. So, that makes sense, too. She was 24 at the time, and now I guess she's 25. She looked older, though. That's for damn sure. She did not look 24. I was like,
no.
That's what they built like now. Like, shit. But yeah, Ken, you dropped the ball. I can't wait to see you waffle at the freaking reunion because they probably go flame you because they ain't see these scenes. But I'm sure she probably talked to somebody about it. And you probably getting smoked, my boy. Like, you probably getting smoked. Like, and then if dude, imagine if he was like the whole rumors of him being like of that community come out and he's like, well, I actually am, and he has the whole like act, like the whole like voice change and everything. I'll tweak. I swear, I'll tweak. But then there's only really the drama with Johnny and Amy about contraception, which is crazy. He said that's our biggest roadblock. Like, you don't want to take birth control, and I'm like, all right, Johnny. Hey, like, bro, you could get a vasectomy or you could just wear a condom. Like, literally, it's that simple. Like,
he's definitely not gonna get a vasectomy.
Granted, but you can get like the temporary ones. You can get one and then like they can like revert it. But there's a possibility it can mess up like your stuff. But I also don't know why she's like all like off the not taking birth control. Like, I get it. Like, if it's,
it could, yeah. I mean,
but it's actually good for you in like if you don't use it for too long. Like it's actually good for you. Like if you're using it for 2 decades, look, I'm gonna tell you, you're chalked. But like, if you're using it for a couple of years, like just before you want to have kids or something, like it's a smart idea, especially if you want to have unprotected sex with your partner or unprotected, stuff with your partner. Like that's not a dumb idea.
Hey, my bro, you done propose and put the ring on it, so like you might as well take the risk at this point. You done jump the stages, jump the next one.
But he was like, I'm so scared of having a childhood like I did. If I wasn't ready, I'm like, dude, you weren't
scared about getting married before you were ready. You hopped in a pod without seeing the chick and put a ring on it, my dog. Like you seem like the type to just go for it.
And sorry, Amy, you cannot dress, my G. You cannot dress. The stuff she was wearing, I'm like, she dressed like a 14-year-old back in 2000. Like, where are we at? And yeah, they're boring. Like they just bitch and moan about contraception, and I'm like, brother, like if you ain't good enough, and look, ladies, you might think I'm crazy for saying this, like, and you be like, oh, like he's so manipulative. Like, brother, if you can't get your girl to take birth control, like she don't love you. She don't love you.
I mean, that's
I'm gonna be 100%. I'm gonna be 100% with you. If I was with a girl and I said, "Hey, like, we're not gonna have kids right now because we agreed on it, like you're gonna take birth control," and she's kind of combative, like, give it a little, like, a couple months or like even a month. I'm like, "Hey, like, do you want this or what? Like, what's going on?" Like the Planned Parenthood's still there. Like they still funding it. You can still get it for good price and all that other stuff with your insurance. But they're lame. What I want to talk about is 2 other couples. You got AD and Clay, the Black Love couple. Gotta hold it up for Black Love, even though they toxic as all hell.
Yeah.
That boy Clay is just different. And then I want to talk about Jeremy and Laura, because that you don't know about the story, because like my boy Mike skipped a lot. I skipped a ton too, but like I made sure I like fall back up on like important parts to see that I thought would be important. By the way, also I wasn't doing shit. I think I was just like flipping through, and I was like, "Oh shoot, that looks interesting." So we got AD and Clay. First off, I want to say Clay's got one of the freshest houses I've ever seen. I don't know if you peeped his house.
Yeah,
his house is nice. He do got to work on his bedroom, but it is a dude's bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, other than that, bro, I was like, damn, like if I'm a girl and he bring me back here, like I'm feeling right.
Crazy.
Well, I mean, like, it was a nice spot, and then they were just chilling. He needs to stop calling her baby every single time he see her. Baby, 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 baby. I'm like, baby, 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 oh, baby,
baby, baby, baby, oh.
I was just like so.
Sound like Justin Bieber this month.
Like, I was so annoyed, but like there's a tweet right now, and I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's like, I don't know how many different ways Clay can tell AD or prepare her AD that he's going to cheat in the future if they do get married. I'm like, there's no way that he's literally telling her. He's literally like, yeah, like, I mean, I just don't know if I'm ready to commit, but like, I want to get married to you. Like, what?
Bro, but like, is that really crazy though? These niggas throwing a ring on it. Like, I feel like that's the most normal shit. Like, I would definitely be the guy to be like, hey, as soon as like it's time to propose, like, yeah, that was fun, but I got my spotlight on TV, but I don't know if I'm gonna throw a ring on that shit.
I think it's more like there's 2 ways you go about it, because I think it's possible, because I think my roommate and I talked about it. He's like, do you think you would be able to like do this and actually get married from it? I was like, I'd have to like date that person outside of it, but it'd be on a very fast track to get married. Like a very fast
I'm gonna go ahead and let you know, bro, you can't do that shit.
I mean, me personally, if I ended up with, no offense, if I ended up with like a Chelsea or like really anybody that came through the 5, like that, what if it was Chelsea and it wasn't any of the other 4? Because I could have dealt with the other 4, like from a physical level to maybe not Amy. I don't know about Amy. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know.
Bro, even she's bad, bro. Like, I could, like, everybody's saying I love you and shit. I could not drop no I love you. I could not get no ring on it.
If I said I love you, it wasn't like an I love you like oh I love you as a romantic partner and like blah blah blah, my life partner forever. It'd be like I love you because I respect you. You know, like I'm not like I love you like I'm gonna die for you type thing. Like
also, America would hate me, bro. I could never be on Love Supply. America would hate me because I like 1,000% when them doors open. If you bust it, I'm switching up instantly.
That's what my boy Jerry
no, I'm gonna be in this bitch. Like the door open up and I'm just peeking out that mug, like trying to see how she look. I'll just be peeking. If she look bad, and I'm like, yo, you close that, close them bitches back up.
Hey, producers, hey, that didn't happen. Well, you
hey, go ahead and give me my plane ticket back home.
Well, you heard in like the past, they like I think it was last season or the season before, they had somebody actually get married or like get engaged. They just didn't show it. Did you ever hear about that?
Like they left and shit.
No, like they got engaged. Everything happened. The producer just didn't show it. Like the same way all the other.
They're probably just boring as fuck.
They were boring, and that's why they didn't show it. But that being said, really the thing is right now is like obviously with AD and Clay, like Clay is like he reminds me of me, but not of me. You know, like I think he's like smart. I think he knows he has an idea of what he wants, right? He has an idea. He doesn't know exactly what
he's dummy insecure though.
He is a little insecure for sure.
Nah, dummy.
Definitely. I mean, his daddy was never really around, and his daddy issues are coming out for sure. No offense to anybody got daddy issues they're more prevalent on the female side, as we know, but like with kids, with men too, like if they ain't got like a role model to like look up to, it's hard.
Yeah, those are time to use to beat women.
Well, either way, when AD met his parents or his mom and his sister, I did not expect his little sister to look like that. Like they look like different people, bro. Yeah. I don't know if you peeped that. They look like different people. I could see he looks just like his mama. He looked just like his daggone mama. They had the same daggone haircut too. But she's like, "Are you ready?" Blah blah, all this other stuff, brother. Dude, if they got married, it'd be the worst mistake of all time, bro. That dude, like, it'd be the worst mistake of all time. Because, like you said, like I think AD's got a good personality. I do think she's a bit toxic too. I ain't gonna sit here and say that she's perfect or nothing like that. She definitely got some problems.
Oh, for sure. I mean, without a doubt.
But
I just think she's like the most all-around chick on the show.
She got the first part for sure. The
I mean, and emphasis on the around, the round part on the all-around.
I don't want to speak on this. I saw a video the other night, and it was talking about like, this is the problem with America. We over sexualize black women. Like, dude, look, I'm black. I'm about to, if it's gonna sound like I'm sexualizing her, I'm not. I'm just saying, dude, that woman is like, Jimmy was not wrong when he was saying that she was stacked, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro.
She's literally built like
that booty meat caught his eye for sure,
brother. That it's a shelf.
Meat like shelf. Bison, MLB.
Like, yeah. I think that either way, that was definitely with that situation. I don't even want to bring that up because I ain't trying to make my boy Jim Bob look bad or nothing. And then his girl like rooting it on, and then later get all upset. And then the next episode, oh yeah, funny. And Barbara in the show when he got introduced to Barb and Maddie, I know both them too. Well, I know obviously I'm out with them. Man, I'm feeling third party celebrity. But it's crazy, you know, because like with the AD Clay situation, like they seem the most like in the best spot, which is crazy. Like
it just shows you how bad like this group, like the couples are. To be honest,
bro,
I feel like they did the worst at like really getting to know each other in the pods too. Like the connections on pretty much all of them seem very surface level, and the ones that were really good didn't pan out. Like Trevor and
Chelsea.
And Chelsea, that was like a really good connection that I felt like should have panned out. And honestly, I don't think it would have worked out when they met each other, but as far as the pods went, AD and Matthew like were connecting way more than like her and Clay. When Clay blew up on that bitch when she said, "I'm thinking about you," and Matthew said, "Matthew." Hell, that insecurity hit hard because he was comparing himself to that nigga. He's like, what could I even be talking about?
No. Haven't we talked about this before, though, Mike? It's like, bro, I kind of felt where he was coming from because he knew what this other dude looked like. He's like, ain't no way this loser about to pull my chick, you know? Like,
yeah.
It's like,
but they can't see the person, so that's where it's a little different.
But it's like, that's the thing. It's like, bro, like he's thinking about the look and his personality too, like, and both that combination, like, and it's like I think we've talked about this before. It's like if somebody like was like with my old girl, like the girl I was with before, like, or after me, and he like a crazy good looking dude, like on a no weird shit. Like I'm like, damn, like that's crazy. But if
you let that slide, like,
yeah, it's like, but then if it's like some like disgusting looking dude, I'm like, oh, like what the fuck? Like I'm gonna feel gross.
I feel like from AD's side though, like I think from a girl's perspective, there was something about the fact that she was the only one to break him out of his shell, and I felt like she kind of like that's what kind of got her interested in it. Like she was the only person this nigga would like laugh and kind of act a little goofy with.
He was the only one that wasn't drinking too, and I give him a big shout out for that. I mean, I know he's a little weird. He got all types of other issues too. Just to be frank, I mean, he knows this, but he did not need to be on that show. But, brother, I'm like watching the show and I'm talking to my roommate and I'm like, bro, like, did you see any water in there? And he was like, nah. I was like, dude, all I saw was high noons and those goblet cups, probably full of high noons the entire way, like in the entirety of the show. I'm like, do they ever drink water?
Bro.
They're drunk all day.
Yeah. This nigga Matthew was logical as fuck. When he came in that book, said pick a number. He said, nah, 7 been pick another number. I'm tired of his asking that question. I'm like, yo, this dude.
Crack me up because, like, in reality, like, he's not wrong. It is the fastest way to get to know someone, and then it starts a conversation if you allow it to. Like, you're like, oh, like, what's the most important thing to you moving forward in the next 5 to 10 years? That's a great question.
He was asking good questions. It was just like very like job interview.
Also, there's the clip of him walking out. Apparently, he didn't walk out on her. It was like just cut that way, which I had a feeling that was what it was. I'm like, damn, he a savage for real. Like, he's a savage. There's no way he just stepped. But I could also low-key, that's the thing, they knew we could see him doing it.
Yeah.
His personality. But enough with that. I think, if you want to be honest, I think AD and Matthew would maybe reconnect in the real world, like at some point, because like you said, I think she's going to hold on to the fact that she was able to bring him out of that shell a little bit. She feels like a winner. Like she feels like, oh, she knows him, like all this stuff. Y'all ain't going to work out either because he's a sociopath and you're like, you kind of desperate.
And she don't listen to rock, my bro. I'm going to go ahead. She might have said, oh, I listen to 80s. She don't listen to rock, my bro.
You know what she got in her headphones at the gym? You know what she got?
What she got?
It's that standard beat. You know, when you hear people's music through their headphones, it's that standard rap music beat.
Yeah.
Hey, what's that 21 song? God, there's a song. Or she probably she probably listens to them Waka Flocka at the gym. 50K for the show. And Matthew be sitting there like I could see
Matthew don't know the damn words. Matthew listening. She's going crazy.
Will you come to a concert with me? Yeah, sure. Sounds good. Oh shit. Okay. We have this. But the crazy thing is that like. With them, like I said, I don't think they're going to work out at all. I don't think they even see each other after the show. But they might get after it after the show, if you know what I'm saying. But like, I don't think it'll be going. Nah, Clay ain't just gonna let her slide out like that easy, even if they break things off. Like he's like, hey, pull up. Like, what you mean? What you mean? Slide through. You already had that connection, baby.
Baby.
where are you going? It makes me cringe so bad, bro. So bad. But lastly, we got the couple that you didn't know about too much because you kind of skipped around, and I'm not going to blame you for it because I would have done the same thing too. We got Laura and Jeremy. So there's a rumor going around that Jeremy is like married with like a kid. There's a whole rumor going around.
How do you even like book people like that? Like isn't that the shit when Trevor's got like a girlfriend or something like that or some shit? Like, how do the people not even give a fuck? Like, you gotta know this nigga got a whole ass family.
It's for the clout, bro. It's always for the clout.
But what about like the Love Is Blind people? They not doing due diligence? Like, do they not want single niggas?
Well, they don't care. They want the drama, bro.
Like I said, it is good publicity. Like, people finding out that shit, like, that makes people watch the show and shit like that.
Facts. So the whole situation with them, so it's crazy because like when he was telling this story, I know exactly the area he's talking about, and I'm like, that is not true. That is not true. He is lying. So basically, Laura was him apparently had a conversation in the pods. I'll break it down from like the beginning of the interaction to like the end of the little snippet. She was like, let me show you my place. He has a house, really nice. I mean, it is squeaky fucking clean, bro. Like, he's got gold, silverware, like nice everything. Like, I'm like, bro, I know you're 31, but like, shit, bro, like, that looks way too nice. Like, that looks way too nice. Like, you can have a nice place and be a guy. Like, I'll have nice stuff when I have my own spot, if it's a house or like, my own apartment and stuff like that. But like, especially now that I'm a little bit older, and I know kind of what I like. But she walked in and she's like, wow, he was like squeaky clean. He had the little robot going around. And I'm like, oh, nah. This dude different. Like, he might just be a crazy OCD kid. So then they're doing all right. He meets her parents and her family and her sisters, I think. It goes relatively well. They have a little bit weird banter. The mom's not the biggest fan, but like, she's still like, okay, if he makes you happy type of thing. And the dad seemed to be cool with him. And then so they were supposed to meet Jeremy's parents the next day. So he was like meeting up with some people, I guess, that were on the show at this club called Lost and Found. Yeah. Right? He got texted before by one of the guys that, hey, FYI, Sarah Ann is here. And I don't know if you remember Sarah Ann from the pods, who he was talking to as well, on top of Laura, is from the pods. And he was like, hey, he was in the car and he got the text. He literally told her, I was thinking about turning around, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to let somebody dictate my like decision making. I can be an adult. And like, she just kind of came over and like pulled him and was like, hey, can we have a chat at Lost and Found? First, let me tell you something about Lost and Found, bro. Lost and Found is not a place you have conversations at. That is not a place you have conversations. You do not sit there and have full-on conversations. You can have like fun, casual conversations, but like not like long conversations. Long. So Laura was aware of this guy. He would be out late hanging out with the guys. She knew this. Like, she knew, she was okay with it. She, like, all that stuff was straight. But he drove out there, so he wasn't expecting to drink like crazy, nothing like that. So he was talking about how he parked like in the parking lot at Lost and Found and blah, 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 this, that, and the other. Like, first off, you can't park at the parking lot there. There's a parking lot across the street you can park at. But then again, you gonna park there, and if you don't pay your stuff, like, you gonna get screwed over. Either way. There was a point in the night, it was like 3 a.m., and I guess he shared his location with Laura because he wanted to at least let her know where he was. But she's obviously asleep, right? Like, she ain't awake. And so he wears an Apple Watch. This is how he got caught, and this is how she caught him. She said, yeah, like, where were you? And he's like, well, I was still over there. I was in the parking lot talking with Laura or Sarah Ann and, like, in my truck or whatever, like, in the area. And so I guess he left his phone in his truck and went in an Uber to Sarah Ann's, and I guess he smashed or like did whatever because she lives in Uptown. Yeah. And Uptown's like down the road from South End. It's a little further, but South End is where it's Lost and Found is, right? But so the Apple Watch updates your location. So she caught his ass like in the lie in the moment when she was confronting him, and she was like, "I don't want to meet your parents if like, and me have to be like, oh, like, it was, like, I'm in love with your son and all this, that, and the other." I was like, shit, I'm bullshit. Fuck, dude. He a liar, and he engaged, and he cheating all at the same time. Like, how are he doing all these things at one time? He an ultimate scumbag. He's an ultimate scumbag.
Because he don't know this bitch. Like, yo, they trying to like force these people to get married and shit. Like, yo, he's just like, hey, he just out here living, my bruh.
It's crazy because there's a point I know for everyone on the show, even my boy Jimmy, I'm sure, I guarantee it. There's a point when you realize, holy shit, I could become like local famous or even like famous from this and make money and be profitable from it. Like,
I guarantee you they knew that going into it.
Well, yeah, I mean, they know that going into it. They don't know who's going to be cast as the main character. They don't know how it's set up. I'm sure there's a conversation with the producers at some point during the show when they tell them, like, hey, we're going to start focusing on you more, like, in your situation.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, but, yeah, like, I'm pretty sure it ended on Jeremy and Laura's, like, argument when she was, like, confronting when she caught him in the lie, because he got back at 5 a.m., bro. 5 a.m. I think it was a weekday. I want to say it was a weekday, bro. I'm like, dog, like, you just folding. Like, brother, if you're gonna cheat, take the technology off and just get it done, brother. Like, ain't nobody gonna. And he was.
You drunk though. He's drunk though. He probably not thinking that far, bro.
Brother,
What you what? You what, nigga? Yeah.
Look,
next time.
I ain't never been a cheater, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was gonna cheat, I'm gonna make sure everything lined up perfect.
That's some fucking O.J. Simpson. I didn't kill the bitch, but if I was, here's how I'll do it.
Like, I would never. Well, first of all, I don't own an Apple Watch, me personally, so I wouldn't get scammed like that. And then everybody knows to turn off your location if you're doing sketchy shit, bro. Like, it is what it is, bro. Like, you don't be like just letting people know where you be.
Everybody knows if you know you're the type of nigga to do some sketchy shit, you don't send a location at anyway. Like, if you know you on that type of time, don't send a location.
Because he thinks he's doing it as a good gesture, and she'll be like, oh, at least you share your location with me. Like, she's like, it doesn't matter. I was asleep. What am I gonna do? You know?
Yeah, like, you don't have to send that, my bro. Like, she don't know. Like, if he didn't send that, he's in the clear.
Yeah, fact. And you see, in the crazy thing is did you see the part where, like, I guess Sarah Ann had like DM'd him before? Like, this was like, oh gosh, a couple days before.
Yeah.
You saw that, right?
Yeah.
And she was like a big deal of how he acknowledged it and like just liked it.
He just liked
guys,
it. Yeah.
And guys don't be paying attention to like the hearts. They're like, oh, you could have just thumbed it up. Like, bro, like, I'm just freaking my heart rate and like keep it moving.
Yeah.
And she's like,
well, it's on Instagram though, right? So like, if you just you just like it, it's just a heart. Like, that's just double tapping it. Like, it takes more energy to hold it down and pick a different reaction. Like, if you just double tap the message, it'll be a heart.
Yeah, it's like that. And so, like, the whole thing she said was like, oh, if you're thinking of going another way, which I thought was savage as fuck. She's like, if you're thinking of your mind swaying in another direction, like, I'm always like, she basically saying, yo, Jeremy, I want to have relations with you if you're okay with it and you don't want to like quite go the other way, but you want to get away from her. I'm here.
Yeah.
Like, brother, she basically said that. And like, I can't wait to this reunion to see what the hell they be saying, because it's going to be so much stuff, because every single couple has some bullshit involved with it, bro. Every single one. Like, I already know, what do you call him? Vanessa's going to pop off on Johnny for being like weird about the contraception. I already know she's going to go crazy on him. Yeah. She's going to spaz on him. And it's just crazy. This has been a really interesting season. I'm really excited for Jess and Jimmy. Oh my God, that's
what I'm looking forward to. Like, they kept teasing it at the end of every episode, so I was literally like, they're like coming up, and then I would go to the next episode and I would watch, and I would be. That's honestly the main reason why I was skipping through it a lot, because I was like, I'm just trying to see that scene. Like, I want to see that scene, and then the show would be over. I'll look up at the things like 5 minutes left, and then the show would be over. Like, coming up. I'm like, all right, it's the next one. And then it was like, it was like episode 8 or something like that. The last episode, I was like, all right, it's got to be at the end of this episode. And it's like, coming up. I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers about to piss me off, yo. Like, I'm just trying to see that.
They make you get that play. Well, the thing is also it's like it's crazy because both Jimmy and Chelsea said to their respective other persons in the love channel, like, "You're still my number one." I'm like, how are y'all saying? How are y'all saying?
Yeah.
No, I know. I get, and
I couldn't see how Jimmy would say that, bro. I'm like, bro, I gotta give this man props. The patience he had with Chelsea, dog. Cause like after the fucking 6th time she asked me, "Yo, do you still like me like the pause?" I'm like, shit, I like Megan Fox, but I don't know about this shit that's laying in front of Nikki. I liked you when I was thinking you were Megan Fox. He was like, your voice. Like, I like the voice beforehand because that voice was connected to an image of Megan Fox the whole time. So now he got the voice in Chelsea. He like, yeah, I just like your voice in the pod. Like,
bro, it's crazy too because with that, like, I don't know if you saw the scene where he basically called her clingy and she just starts crying. And he said, well, you're the one that wanted to have sex with me. You're the one that initiated. I thought that was savage. I was like, that's my guy. Yeah. And he's just so open and honest. I'm like, that's Jim Bob right there. I'm like, that's my guy. He was like, you are not about to try to say that I want to have sex with you and I just didn't talk to you after you were done. Like, no, that's not what happened, buddy. Don't play me. And she was upset. He hasn't kissed me all day. He's working.
Yeah. He said, I need a kiss right now. So we just kiss.
I know what this man does. Like, he works. But yes, like, obviously he's working remotely and he could probably move around a little bit more. But, like, brother, like, you're a flight attendant. Like, if you ain't on the flight, you ain't working. Like, that's not our fault. That's not our fault. He's going to be, brother, I can't wait to see his face when he sees Jess. Because he's already seen her on Instagram. But, like, did you remember when, like, Chelsea was like, oh, he saw a picture of Jess because somebody showed her. And she was so tight because she's, dude. And I think that's the reason she went with Jimmy because she wanted to beat the pretty girl.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling you, that's the whole thing. It was a popularity contest for Chelsea. She knows she had no business with Jimmy. And honestly, Jess didn't blow up on him. Like, Jess had no business with Chelsea either. Like,
yeah.
Or Jimmy had no business with Chelsea. Like, I think it all happened because Jess blew up on this nigga. But, like, yo, he can't just drop no I love you bomb. You got a whole 10-year-old ass kid. Like, how you gonna drop an I love you?
I mean, dude, it's hard too because like I would just be personally annoyed with like I think about it because I think the first night my roommate, like the first like few episodes, him and his girlfriend actually did it like blind. Like they literally watched the show blind. So they like he knew Jimmy's voice because we know Jimmy. Yeah. But like everybody else, like the girls, like everything's like, oh, I really like her, like blah blah blah. Like, she seems.
So they just listen to it from the other room?
No, like you put like a t-shirt around like a blindfold. So you're actually
that's a thing?
That. Well, they did that. I was like, that's actually super smart.
We're doing that for the next season. That's so smart. That's like a whole nother way of watching that show, yo.
It's like, oh, dude, I would love because
that really show you like what they go through.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, like I wish I would have done this off the start. I know, like I said, it is definitely biased because of Jimmy, and I know who Jimmy is in this situation. I know his voice like the back of my hand, but like to hear like all the girls, I'm like, oh wow, like she actually seems like super nice. Like would I have been like more like pulled towards Chelsea if I didn't know what she looked like?
Probably because Jess blew it up on you, and she has a kid.
Yeah,
Chelsea was nice. She laughed. When she got over shit really quickly, like when he didn't react to her being married that well, and she just kind of like brushed it off, like it's whatever. Like that's so. I'm doing that next time because that will show me if I can do the show.
We'll make sure. We'll make sure to do it. I mean, there's another season probably going to come. I'm imagining it's going to be here like in like the fall.
Oh yeah.
We can definitely do. I hope it's a good season too. I hope it ain't no dog shit because this would have been a perfect season to do it because like I have all these opinions about people like and I wish I would have done it but it's okay but yeah that's it and that's an idea for the people out there that are big Love Is Blind fans maybe like hey if you haven't done that like it's sick. Yes, obviously you have to open up the thing, you'll see people but you won't know
the voice to voice.
Yeah, like once you see like you can like open and go to the next episode and that's all you're gonna know like that's literally all you're gonna know. You're just gonna know, oh shoot, like Jimmy and Chelsea and Jess are in a love triangle. Like, ugh, like Jess's voice is kind of annoying, but Chelsea, all she does is laugh. And then Jess has got a kid, but she's recently divorced, and then she's telling me like she's upset about this. Like, I don't know what's going on in my head, but that's an idea for the people out there. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting end of the season. Quite frankly, if I had to guess, I don't think anybody getting married. I'm gonna be straight up, like I'm gonna be 100% honest. Ain't not one marriage coming out of this shit.
No,
like,
there better not be, bro. That shit not lasting for shit.
This is the worst group of people I've ever seen, bro. Like, they are not compatible at all. These people are not good for each other. Like, none of them. I don't think any of them are good. Genuinely. Oh, I'm starting to raise my voice a little bit. But I don't think any of them are good for each other, personally. That's my opinion. Granted, at the same time, like, I realize, like, it's all about, like, what you want. Like, not everybody's cup of tea, and it's all about what you're willing to, like, sacrifice or compromise with in terms of its looks, if it's certain personality traits, if it's certain things about people. Like, that's what, like, a marriage and or love is. But, like, you ain't never gonna be perfect, G. Like,
no.
If you think you're perfect, like, you might need to go to the doctor, because I guarantee you that there's something wrong with you. Like, there's something off. Like, you may not be like an awful person. Like, you're well rounded, but you still have some weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's been an interesting season. I'm excited to see these next episodes they drop this
tomorrow
morning.
While y'all are listening to this, it will be out.
Yep, it'll be 3 a.m. tomorrow morning Eastern time. If I didn't have to work, I ain't gonna cap with you, I'd probably stay up and wait for them to come out, and then sleep the rest of the day. Just because I'm that excited, and I know people are staying up. Like, people with whole ass jobs are staying up to watch it because they're working from home.
No, I'm using this as my motivation to get through the day. Like, I'm about to have such a good day at work. Just knowing that when I'm done, I can watch these episodes. Like, I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be talking to people, being happy. Like, oh yeah, I can't wait to watch these shows when I get off.
Yeah, what do you do for fun? Yeah, I've got this show I'm watching right now, like, crazy. You heard of it, Love is Blind? Which I thought about this as well, which I said because my boy Jimmy works, like, fully remote. And he works for a pretty reputable business or company. And he's a sales guy, and he's not in an office. I'm like, dude, if he was in an office space and he came back from literally being, like, Charlotte, like, I don't even know how people would respond. Like, it would literally be weird, I feel like. Because people probably don't even realize, because it's such a big company, they probably don't even realize he works for them. Like,
oh, yeah. That could very well be the case. Also, like, does he sell to, like, does he sell to older people with his job requiring to sell?
Enterprise, yeah, it's like enterprise, like, CEO stuff, like, yeah.
Okay. Because it'd be funny, because, like, if I'm him, any sales call I'm doing, cameras on. Like, I'm not doing no camera on sales call. I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? Because that's like,
oh my God, you're Jimmy from Love is Blind.
That's warm intro, like, a mug right there, bro.
I would literally be like, yeah. You ever heard of the show with Love is Blind? Oh no, my daughter watches it. Yeah, my name's Jimmy. I'm actually the guy. You can look me up on LinkedIn, like.
He gonna be filling out his notes in Salesforce, be like, yeah, so he think I should have picked Jess.
That's true. That's true. I mean, it is definitely a really cool thing, and I'll always appreciate, like, this moment in time, because, like, there'll probably never be a time that I have a friend this much in the spotlight.
What you mean? You gonna be in the spotlight, nigga?
I mean, shit, that'd be crazy. But nah, I want to be a low key guy. I don't care to be famous. I care to be rich, brother. Like, that's what I care about. I mean, well, I think
if this podcast blow up, there ain't no way for it to make money without people knowing you.
Nah, bro. Hey, I see my boy with some snow bunnies. That's my boy right there. Yes. If it ain't snowing, I ain't going. I'm just joking. I don't really care either way. If you pretty, we can get down and get to the nitty gritty. Ooh, yeah. If you pretty, we can get down to the nitty gritty. Okay, I like that.
Freestyle now.
But yeah, it's been a hell of a ride. I'm super pumped for tomorrow too. I'm excited to get home. Like for me, like I ride and for backstory for the people out there, I have about a 7 minute ride to. Damn, he just let all them girls get in the car and he walk into an apartment in my building, bro. Like where, bro? What you doing?
But yeah, you might have already did it.
Hey, that would have been crazy.
You might have already went skiing, my boy. Tallest mountain too.
Oof, premium.
That 2%, that whole.
That 2. So I have like the train station or like the inner city like train system, not subway. It's like an above ground, goes to work. It's about 7 minute ride for me. So I leave my house before 8, about like 7:55. That's when the train leaves. So I walk across the street. Takes like 2 minutes just to get across the street, which isn't like super far, but it's right across the street. Then it's like 7 minutes to work, and I get to work. So I'm basically at work from like 8:15 until almost. I don't get home until like 6 something, like because of the way the train schedules go.
Yeah.
And they always fucking delayed every damn day. It's like delayed. I'll be checking the app, delayed. I'm like, these motherfuckers, like, it's literally because people don't know how to make space on the train, and they get annoyed when you have to get off the train and they don't want to move. Like they be like, I saw a dude this morning was like he was like, what the fuck? I was like,
bro, I need to get off this bitch.
like I was like, hey, excuse me, and he's just like, I'm like, you ain't that tall. You're shorter than me, bro. You can see me. He acted like, I touch him on his shoulder right here, right? I touch him on his I guess his right shoulder, like from behind.
Yeah.
And he turns to his left like this. I'm like, how many jokes have people? You know how to think kids
yeah. He's traumatized like a motherfucker.
I'm like, and I go to the other side to go like to catch him, like when he's coming over here, and then he like turns this way, and he's like, and I bump into him. I'm like, bro, the door's about to fucking close. Like they already got on the train. And he's like, what the fuck, bro? I'm like, I didn't even entertain it, bro, because I have my headphones on, and I turn them down towards like when I'm gonna get out, just in case it's like an announcement or something I'm gonna miss. And I just heard him. I'm like, because everybody on that train has their AirPods in the morning. I mean, I don't think a person doesn't have headphones on.
Oh, I mean, like no one like really just walks. Like if you're doing anything, you walk. You're like. Most people got AirPods in. I love it. I be blasting some shit. I be in my zone with some AirPods in.
Honestly, you listen to the right music and you walking around like, especially like the areas like, because here like not highly congested, but high traffic areas or high volume. Like you be walking around the areas, you turn on a song that be making you feel like the shit. You be walking around, I'm like,
it's like having your own theme music, bro. Like,
yeah, I feel my main character energy be coming out. I'm like,
you walking in there, thinking you got swag. Meanwhile, everyone else can hear your beep, 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 like playing through your AirPods. Like,
yeah, that's why it's straight. But I mean, like, dude, it is crazy. And now that like I'm doing that, so I get back at like 6. So the first thing I'm doing, I'm gonna get home. I don't even think I'm gonna eat first. I ain't gonna cap with you. Oh, we gotta pay rent tomorrow. Get all that stuff handled too. But like, get all that handled, and I'm gonna literally get back. Probably go grab like some cookout or something, or like maybe like a decent meal. I might get some nice takeout or something. Set up. And just post up and watch my boy.
I swear to God, they don't show that motherfucking clip in these next 2 episodes. And if I'm at the end of the next 2 episodes and they say, next coming up, I was fucking smoke somebody, bro. I'm like, if you don't show these 2 niggas like meet each other, yo, I'm gonna smoke somebody.
Nah, it's gonna be crazy because I don't know if like I wonder if Sarah Ann's gonna be there like as well with the whole situation. Jeremy, I wonder if fucking what's the other the fucking? I guess Jeremy was talking to this other girl Amber too, or somebody was Rock or Johnny was talking to like Amber, or one of the guys was talking to Amber, who seemed really nice.
But Matthew was going for Amber, right?
Matthew was going for Amber as well, yeah. But like Matthew and AD were both kind of going for, or Matthew.
Well, Matthew left the pod saying, "I'm gonna go get Amber."
Yeah. And I don't think he's with him. I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't fucking know what's going on. But I hope she's there. Dude, they might as well. They're better off just bringing everybody that had like a little bit of screen time. Because I feel like everybody that got a little bit of screen time on the show like had some type of like situation going on.
Yeah.
I mean, low key, there's only like maybe.
How do you think you feel if you one of them niggas that like didn't get no screen time, bro? Like I would have to do some stupid shit just one time. Like y'all gonna show my ass.
There was like a dude that I was going through the 15 men and 15 women yesterday, like just looking. I'm like, who was on the show? I'm like, bro, I never even saw this dude.
But I'm gonna have to say, if I know I look like, damn, my conversations ain't hitting, like I'm saying some wild shit just so I can get one screen time. Like mama's gotta see her baby on the TV. Like hell no.
Mom, watch me on the screen. It is crazy though, man, because like I'll say like this is for defense from my boy Jimmy. Like I don't think people realize like when there's a moment in the pause where he starts talking about his family and stuff, like how they grew up and like how he grew up and everything, bro, he does not tell anybody any of that. Like ever.
Yeah.
Ever. And he knew this was going to be broadcasted on television and obviously in the private moment in time. But he never told anybody that. That's why I'm like, that man was going up there to find a good woman and he believed in it. I think he believed in the process. Then he saw his girl and was like, but I'm not saying that they don't break up for what I know. I don't know. But like, I mean, it's pretty evident at this point. Like she had picked me. He gonna see Jess. It's gonna be a wrap. Like,
yeah, just go check her Instagram, bro. You know this nigga fold. You know, this nigga gonna fold like a lawn chair, bro. Like,
Jess is definitely gonna be the nail in the coffin for that relationship, for sure. For sure. And she says she's still in love with Jimmy in the last episode with Laura and her like talking.
She was like, I'm entertaining that shit.
And the crazy thing is I was like, let me guess what, because it is kind of fun to like guess places that they're at in the show. I'm like, damn, they were actually when he met with Barbara and Maddie, his friends, when he met with Chelsea and everybody. Yeah. They were literally 2 minutes from my apartment, like right down the street.
Oh, that's crazy.
I was like,
you should have pulled up with like.
If I would. What's good, dude? I swear the producer be like, no, cut it off. We can't have this boy in here. We can't have this guy in here.
My nigga, bro. You remember me, Sterling Arthur Reid, like.
Bro, man, not there. It's like he said, I don't know this guy, but then you look at his following, like, oh, he does know this guy. But yeah, it's been an interesting one. I mean, this might be the most excited I am for an episode, like a set of episodes of Love is Blind in a hot minute. Like a hot minute. Because like, obviously I have my own personal touch, but as well as like, there's so many other things. Like, there's so many other things.
All right. All right, folks. That's all we got today. When you're watching this, a new episode will be out. We will be discussing that for sure. Top of next pod, we will be getting down to the nitty gritty once again. But that's all we got for episode 41. Make sure you like and subscribe. For the fellas out there listening, listen. They only want a 1% nigga, man. So quit your bitching and get your bread up. You gotta be a Jimmy out here in these streets, nigga. A Jimmy in these streets. And for Chelsea, for the bitches, no, for the ladies out there listening, Chelsea, he don't want you. Move on, sweetie. Please. Have you seen Jessica? Move on. He don't want you. He about to fold like a lawn chair, I promise. He about to fold. But guess what? It's okay. It's okay, though. Because you're still kind of beautiful and powerful and will always love you. It's the After Dark Podcast. Until next time.